Hey Leo, I hope that you have enjoyed your 4th of July weekend. It's late in the day, so I say enjoyed in the past tense because the day is almost over. Sorry about that. But Leo, you can be quite the party animal, so the day just be starting for you. As you can see, I have fire coming out of the top of it. Well, Leo's a fire sign. Leos represented are ruled by the sun. And so I just thought it'd be fun to let the fire come out of my head. Because that's what Leos are about. I happen to be a Leo. So let's see what's going on this month, Leo. I'm using Rider Waite deck. It's got little descriptions on them. I gifted myself with my own tarot deck because I don't. It's not like tradition where somebody handed, a deck was handed down to me by an ancestor or something like that. The first in the family to do this, so, and I am always wanting to learn and I'm goofy enough to need some assistance from time to time. Um, so I got first deck with the little short descriptions on me to kind of help me learn some of the key words as I go. But I read more intuitively and use a lot of the symbols on the cards. The jumpers there. That was the Hierophant reversed and the Knight of Swords upright. I'm going to put those back in the deck and see if they pop up again. And rather than telling you my story, we're going to ask the universe what advice do you have for Leos this month? What would the universe like us to know about Leo? What would the universe like to tell us about Leo? What advice does the universe have for the month of... Oh, goodness, I'm so sorry. I dropped a card. It's a hot... Oh, it's the Emperor. So, it's another major arcana. So, Leo, you might have some major themes this month because I had 2 jumpers that were major arcana, and I'll put those back in the deck. So, what would the universe like to tell us for the month of July 2016? Every time I think I'm through shuffling, something jumps out, and so I just be sure to give a good shuffle. And I haven't felt yet that the universe was ready to answer. We had some jumpers here, which might provide some insight. Still want to mix the cards up just to be sure that I am ready when the universe is ready. The universe tell us about July 2016. Here we go. The universe tell Leo for July 2016. I know you can't see the spread here, so I will hold the cards up as I draw them. I'm going to do a card that represents each week of the month. And there were 5 Saturdays in this month. I'm going to draw 5 cards. And even though we are already into the second week of July, the card representative of the first week is still going to be relevant. Energy flows. There's no hard starts and stops to the energy. So I'm still going to pull the card for the first week, and it may be something that we need to look at in retrospect. But here we go. So the first card is the Hermit, reversed, Leo. It's a major arcana. These are big life themes, big karmic themes. The second card is the of Pentacles upright, and that is for the second week of your Leo. The third card is the Page of Pentacles reversed, representative of the third week of Leo. Fourth card is the Nine of Wands upright, and that's gonna help us see what we need to see for the fourth week of Leo. And the fifth card for the fifth week is the Seven of Cups reversed. So I can see that we have major arcana that starts the month, Leo. Major arcana being the Hermit reversed, that helps us start out the week. So Leo, with the Hermit in the first week reversed, the Hermit upright talks about going into seclusion, solitude, and and taking the time to be alone, to find answers to the questions that you have in life. In the reverse, I feel like the Hermit is saying that you're not seeking the answers because you think that you already have all the answers. But you don't have the answers, Sway. You, Leo, be not wanting to listen to what other people have to tell you, not wanting to take the advice because you feel like that you already have all of the answers. And sometimes, Leo, we have to step away from ego. And I say we because I'm a Leo. So, I know about I know about Leo wanting to have all the answers firsthand. And sometimes we have to step away from that. We have to get rid of ego and be willing to listen, be willing to receive advice, help, things like that. Because just because you're the king of the world doesn't mean that you know it all, have it all, can do it all. Now, it is certainly not that Leo does not have the capabilities. Leo has the capabilities. But Leo can get in its own way by, thinking too much of oneself. You might want the spotlight to be on you instead of taking a step back and letting somebody else shine. You want to be in the spotlight. And I'm noticing here that, the Hermit's got, he's got a little lantern where the light is shining. And Leo, you want to be all up in the beam of that light so everybody can see you. Well, not right now, Leo. I don't, in the first week of that, this isn't your moment. This is your moment to stand back, let somebody else shine, and take what they have to give you, to receive what they have to give you, and not to block any any goodness that could be coming your way, or good advice, good help, good whatever, because you think that you already have it all, know it all, and can do it all. Leo, take a step back out of the limelight for a moment and let somebody else shine. There are other stars in the sky other than you, Leo. Okay? You'll get your moment, honey. Leo, like I said, is ruled by the sun. It's the giver of life. So just because you have to go behind a cloud sometimes does not mean that you have to stay there. Sometimes it just means that the focus doesn't need to be on you. So, Leo, in the second week of Pentacles, coins, 10 of them, count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Mm-hmm. That's money, honey. In the upright position, the Ten of Pentacles uh, says that to me that you are doing okay with money. You're getting money coming your way. You're getting your needs met. Maybe you decided to do the right thing and listen for a change, and maybe the advice that somebody gave to you or the help that somebody gave to you gave you an opportunity to come into some financial growth, some type of prosperity. And it doesn't necessarily have to be monetary, but prosperity nonetheless, growth, some type of something that gives you stability. Um, this could be a gift of money. I mean, with the 10, because the 10 is the highest number, and the 10 is about completion and renewal at the same time. Um, the 10 of Pentacles upright is saying to me that you have done the things that you needed to do in order to get to this point. So you've completed something, and it brought you prosperity, and you can renew uh, whatever it is that brings you prosperity, whether you are taking it up a notch on something that you've already done, or whether you're coming into something totally new, but it's still about the completion of something, and then the renewal of something else. One and the zero is simplified as one, which is new beginnings, it's independence, it's leadership, and all of these things is what Leo represents. And Leo, the Ten of Pentacles, can say, and Leo's, you, in order for you, Leo, to live the lifestyle that makes you feel okay, that makes you feel comfortable, then you need some of these. And in the second week, you seem together. And if you look at the symbolism of this, you see there are, let me see if I can get that in there good for you. It's kind of weird. But you see that there are, the people there look like, to me, it looks like some people that are getting ready to go into like a market or something, and do some shopping, and everybody looks enthusiastic and upbeat. And as you can see in front, that looks like a castle or something that one person is headed towards, and one person seems to be coming out looking satisfied. So to me, the Ten of Pentacles is a card of overall satisfaction in the upright position. And there seems to be a lot going on there. There's abundance, and there's everything in this picture seems to be plentiful. Even the dogs are, there's more than one. It's just, and there's greenery, there's housing, there's pentacles. Everybody's fully clothed. I mean, they've got on these nice garments, and you can see there's a little kid there that's playing with the dog. This card just gives me the feeling of fulfillment and satisfaction because there seems to be resources plentiful. Now, what I didn't do, I showed the hermit a little bit, but I wanted to show that again because so you can see it because I didn't give you the opportunity to see that as much as I did with this Ten of Pentacles. And maybe it's because I didn't want to face the truth either. Get out of your own way, Leo, and try to get out of the spotlight. So anyway, down you go, Hermit. Okay, so in the third week, we have got Page of Pentacles reversed. Okay, well, court cards, which are the pages, the knights, queens, and the kings, are generally people or energies that come into your life, that come into your space. Pages are the youngest of the court cards. When we talk about people, I'm talking about the youngest. When we talk about uh, what a particular suit represents, then we're talking about new energy. We're talking about fresh perspectives and things like that. So, with the Page of Pentacles, that says to me that there are new ways to maybe make money, to gain money, new ways, fresh ways, maybe ways that need to be developed, but ways nonetheless to increase your revenue. However, in reverse, this makes me feel like easy come, easy go. So, in the third week, maybe all of that money and prosperity and satisfaction and fulfillment that you gained in the second week, blew it in the third. This is about trendiness and materialisticness. So, Leo, in true fashion, you have made some money in the second week, but you went out and you got the latest designer clothes and you went out to expensive restaurants and you spent money on things that you didn't need to spend money on. Um, Easy come, easy go. Money burning a hole in your pocket, Leo. Burning a hole in your pocket. And again, this is something that I know about because holding money is not my strongest point. I'm probably not as flamboyant. Yeah, right. I'm probably not as flamboyant or out there as some, but uh, I could take some lessons and some advice on money. I sure could. I could. So yeah, the third week, easy come, easy go. That's what I'm feeling, Leo. As soon as you got it, you let it go. Now, if this is somebody that is coming into your life and this is not you, Leo, um, just kind of let them pass. If this is somebody who is, maybe younger than you, maybe just kind of immature, and they come breezing through like, yeah, I'm what that is. And he's got on all the nice gear and the nice watches, and he's driving a nice car, and he's flashing his money, and he's down with the latest spots, and he knows all the fly people, and let him pass because he's not going to make an impact on your life. It's quick. And I'm not saying ignore him, but really kind of don't give him that much of the time of day because you got to figure out that how to get back what you have um, put back out as quickly as you got it. So in the fourth week, we've got the Nine of Wands upright. Okay, so let's kind of go back a little bit because we are about completion and immediate renewal. The Wands are about renewals and new things, new inspirations. And the Nine, again, we're back to Nine, which is about completions. Well, with Wands, oh, and if I hadn't said before, the Pentacles are ruled by the Earth signs, which are Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. So this is about money. This is about material possessions. This is about earthly desires, which again leads me to believe, Leo, that this is probably you, this Page of Pentacles, because with the gain of this money, and like I said, this could be a gift. This could be, you got some money through the work that you've done, but it seems like, and it may not be, lottery type, but this is again. So you could come into a decent amount of money in the second week, or enough money to make you feel comfortable enough to where you blow it all. So again, Pentacles are about material possessions, earthly desires. That includes sex. So you cannot just necessarily be expending a lot of money. You could be expending sexual energy, things like that. So it's still easy come, easy go. You have built up a reserve of energies of money, that you got in the second week, and then you just put it all back out there and you don't have it anymore. So now you're at the Nine of Wands. And if you can see, this guy is kind of leaning on his wand, and the wands are ruled by the fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And he's kind of leaning on this wand. You've got those in the background, which I get the feeling with the wands in the background that those were battles won, battles that were won. But you see, he's got a bandage on his head, so even though those might be notches in the belt, he still got bruised and beaten, and he didn't come out of these battles unscathed. And he's looking around because of his past experiences. He's on the defense, and he needs to be. He needs to be, because from all of the expenditure, they're trying to be all up in the spotlight in the first week, Leo, and just thinking that you had all the answers and all, the everything, and then to getting this satisfaction and this fulfillment. Well, the expenditure of energy that you have put into, trying to make yourself seen and heard, and then getting these rewards, and then the energy that you put into what's what I'm looking for. Well, spending money or moving around, or you expended a lot of energy. So you expended a lot of money and probably a lot of energy too. So when we get to the fourth week, you're tired. You are tired, and you should have made better decisions maybe, and had some reserves with your energy, with your money, because you could be under attack and you're kind of just hanging on as it is, and you're looking around. This guy doesn't look like he feels safe. He's leaning. He looks tired. He's leaning on that wand. Now his feet are on solid ground, so I think that's good. And they're, because it's kind of like slate gray. I don't see a lot of surprises. I think that he knows that he's under attack and that he needs to probably watch out. But he's tired and he's bruised. He's all bandaged up. And the notches under his belt right now don't mean a thing. The notches under his belt don't mean a thing because he made some bad decisions with the things that could have supported him and kept him from having to be tired. And if he hadn't expended all of his money and all of his energy in the second and third week, or even in the first week, because he was too busy trying to be seen and heard, then he wouldn't be tired. So any attack that he might be under, he could be ready to fight, but he's really not. He's not. He's tired because he has put so much energy into. I'm not saying doing the wrong thing, but it's maybe not making the best choices. Um, and for me, the way that I see these two cards, with the third week and the fourth week with the page in reverse and the nine of wands upright, kind of looks to me like he is looking at the page of at the page of pentacles in reverse, and he seems to be looking back at the page of pentacles in reverse with just kind of a yeah, you know that's the feeling that I get, that he's now looking back at his actions and his decisions and just kind of like, how did I do that? So now, there's things going on with his creative process, with his movement, with his passion. And there's a battle to fight because he didn't necessarily do the right thing. But he's got 8 notches under his belt. So he's been through the battles. He's been through the trials and things like that. And he knows he can win. He knows he can win. He just knows that he's got to make some better decisions. But him steadily looking back, whether he not only just be looking at the page of pentacles, he'd be looking back at the page of pentacles and the things that he should have done better. He'd be looking back to the 10 of pentacles in the second week and seeing how he made that money, and maybe to where he was just a little bit too much in the first. He's looking back on all of these things, and these thoughts have got him tired and weighed down and feeling like he's under attack. But he's got 8 notches under his belt. So somewhere in the back of his mind, he knows that even if it gets hard, that he can still come through it. He can still be victorious. He can still win. He's just tired right now. He's got a little bandage around his head, but the rest of him looks surprisingly put together. He still looks strong, and he still is strong. He still is strong. He's just a little tired and battered right now. Okay. So, in the 5th week, we've got the 7 of Cups in reverse. And if this card was upright, it's got 7 cups there, and the cups are ruled by the water signs. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. And the cups are about love and emotion and compassion and home and nurturing and all of these things. Now, in the upright position, all 7 of those cups have something in them. And it looks like that there's a fellow there, and he's looking at it like, wow, yeah, wow, look at what I got. Well, in reverse, you don't got it. In reverse, everything's falling out of the cups, and now he's looking like, wait, what the? What? Well, sweetie, you made some bad decisions, and that's okay. You made some bad decisions, but you still got the strength. You've still got the abilities to get these things back. Maybe the things that you lost out of the cups. And see, this because this is about cups. This it could be the loss of feeling in relationship. And I'm wondering if this loss, this at the fifth week, um, this feeling of loss, and I wonder if it has anything to do with the Page of Pentacles in the third week. And I'm sure there's got to be some thought around that with the Seven of Cups. Maybe there's something going on with sex and money. Sex and money. Some action has got to be taken. Some action has got to be taken in regards to um, the matters of the cups: feelings, emotions, compassion. Hmm. There may, I'm kind of feeling like with the movement with the having to move out of the spotlight, because, like I said, you thought you had the answers, you thought you had all the everything, but you really didn't. You should have taken some direction, some advice, some help from somebody else. But you wanted to be seen and heard, and then you made some money and lost some money, or you prospered and then lost it all. And lost your, maybe your attachments to new ways to make money. You'll be feeling blocked. You need to do something different. This, I think that this new idea in how to make money is still valid. Coming out of making the same decision and expecting different results with the Hermit reversed. So, the way I see it with the Seven of Cups in reverse, um, maybe there is a loss of self love, self confidence, because Leo feels like he's not in the spotlight anymore. He doesn't have his material, his earthly cushion. Um, and sometimes Leo needs to feel like he has things to show. Leo just likes things. So Leo made some bad decisions and maybe doesn't have what he had. His ego is bruised because he either had to move out of the spotlight or he was kicked out of the spotlight. But either way, I think in the fifth week, Leo might be feeling kind of bad emotionally and feeling like that he's lost some things emotionally within himself. Uh, and with, probably his interactions with others. So with this Seven of Cups in the fifth weekend as the outcome, Leo, I think that you should take some time to spend in solitude looking for answers instead of thinking that you have them all. The Seven of Cups, you're feeling emotionally spent because of all the energies that you've exerted and all, the money or whatever that you have put back out there, and now you don't have any reserves. So with the Hermit reverse, you're all out there. But with this Seven of Cups at the end of the reading, I think that you need to, because sevens are about solitude, you get into ultimate truths, waiting periods. So you might need to take cover, think about some things, start looking for the answers within the solitude, within the quiet. Go to the quiet. Go to the quiet. Um, Take yourself off stage for a moment and then go to the quiet. Look within yourself for the big life answers. Repeating the same thing over and over is insanity. So you're not going to be emotionally fulfilled. You're not going to be emotionally filled about your finances and your prosperity until you take the time to go inward and not be superficial. Don't be superficial this month, Leo. With this Page of Cups in the third week, talking about trendiness and, you know, vanity. Oh, yeah. For some reason, Leo, in the month of July, we think that we really have it going on, and we do. The second week of July says that, yeah, Leo, you've got what it takes to have it going on, but you don't always have to act like it. Sometimes it's cool to have stuff and just be quiet about it. You don't have to be a show off. Your emotional fulfillment, your emotional security, your emotional safety in the month of July is probably not being a show off. There is a need for humility. I think that you can change this easy come, easy go if you become humble. Because if you become humble, Leo, you are less likely, I think, to expend your resources on trying to be a show off. And I'm sorry, Leo, don't get mad. I'm a Leo too, so, talking about myself as well. But this seven at the end of the reading is the outcome, the Seven of Cups reverse. I just feel like that um, there'll be some dents to your emotional fulfillment, how you feel about self and how you're loving yourself because you've made a couple of bad decisions, and even though you're tired and weary from all of the energy and stuff that you expended in the fourth week, you got to keep moving. You got to keep going. There's action to be taken in order for you to feel okay about yourself. But the answers that you need, you don't already have. You think that you do, but you probably do, but they're inside you. And they're the answers that you need to come to in quiet, just within yourself. And it does not, a process that needs to be shown to the world. How you come to the answers or what the answers are may just be something that you need to deal with internally. And there might be a little bit of a waiting period for you to get back to the Ten of Pentacles, but you can definitely get back. Rest up, watch out, for assaults on your character, or on your bank account, because you probably assaulted the hell out of your bank account. Uh, Assaults on your creativity and your passion. You still got to fight that battle. So tired or not, there's action to be taken in order for you to feel that emotional fulfillment, and you are going to find that emotional fulfillment through taking some time to step back out of the spotlight and look within for the answers that matter, and not these superficial, trendy things that the Page of Pentacles is bringing to the third week. So, what I see is a couple of nines. With the Hermit is the ninth major arcana, and then you've got the Nine of Wands. So, in that first week, this is a big karmic lesson about completion, about wisdom. Um, it's about wrapping things up. It's bringing things to a close, things coming to a close. There's got to be a completion of something in the first week in order for you to something within answers. There is a conclusion, more so I think than a completion. There's a conclusion that you need to come to, Leo. There's a conclusion that you need to come to about the way you handle money. You need to take some time and look inward, get into some quiet, find the answers, because you don't already have them outwardly. The answers that you think you have are not the right ones. So you need to come to a conclusion about your finances, your reserves, the things that make you feel secure, the things that can hold you up, so that it's not easy come, easy go, so that you don't find yourself having to fight unnecessary battles with the Nine of Wands, and then feeling, emotionally disconnected from those things that make you feel secure. So, okay, I want to see what the overall number is for this reading. So we've got two nines, which is plus 9. 30. So yeah, this reading is about coming to a conclusion. I see it as coming to a conclusion, taking some advice and some direction, and going inward, and coming to a conclusion, finding some wisdom. Stop repeating the same stuff and expecting different results. You keep doing the same things with your resources, Leo. You keep doing the same thing with your resources, and it's causing you to feel emotionally unfulfilled. You feel like at the end of the day, you're losing. You are not emotionally fulfilled as you could be. You are not as happy and as peaceful as you could be because on your own, you're not making the greatest decision about your resources, decisions about your resources. And I think it's keeping you stuck in a situation that you not want to be in just because you want to look cute, just because you want somebody to see you, just because you want somebody to think that you are smart and you've got it all together. Take some time off, Leo. Get out of the spotlight. Humble yourself. Figure out new ways to make and handle your money. Keep moving in order to be prosperous. But step away from your ego, and I think that's really the key is coming to a conclusion without the ego being involved. With as long as ego is involved here, Leo, as long as pride is involved here, as long as you feel that you have to show the world something in order to feel like you're about something, it's going to continue to lead you into emotional disparity. So, Leo, you have what you need, but can you keep it? Can you keep it? Don't let the money burn a hole in your pocket, baby. Okay. So I'm gonna wrap it up for, and I will see you again next month, Leo. Have a good one.